What is up, guys? Wraec is here with a new video, and today we got a new update in iLevers. Well, to be honest, I didn't even see a new update, but it is in the game. Maybe they unlocked it on the server side or something like that. We got some new Starspawns. You can see some of them already running around here. This little fella and this guy, they look pretty nice. Well, this guy was a little bit disturbing, to be honest, but that is another story. We have another one here, and yeah, the tree's starting to look pretty full, to be honest. And yeah, how do you get those Starspawns? Well, first of all, there is a slight issue with that if you are free to play. It is this button, and you can go in here and you can already see two Starspawns here, busy at work, bringing me a new one. Well, it's the last one, actually. And the way this works is, let me just accelerate this one. I need this last one. We accelerate that. And we didn't get a new Starspawn. And what we can do now is basically, you click on one of those, and then you can see all your Starspawns here. And apparently it only shows you level 140 Starspawns. Because I wanted to reset my forest Starspawn, and I felt like I didn't need it. And it didn't show it to me anymore here. So apparently they need to be 140. I tried it at level 20, I tried at level 100, and it still didn't show up, so apparently it's really 140. And you should basically select two Starspawns, and this has to be a certain combination. We will look at those in a sec. And then you select any egg. Doesn't matter which egg you select, they all are the same for this. You just select one, you confirm, and now they are at work, 20 hours, and you have a chance to get a new Starspawn here, and I will just go ahead and we will get a new Starspawn now. So let me show you. This is actually my last one that we are getting here now. There is the same pity timer that you have on the other X2. You can see it right here. We are 12 out of 15. So once we hit 15, we are guaranteed to get a new Starspawn. We can get it earlier, obviously. Just at 15, it is guaranteed. So let's see how many more eggs we need. We're just going to accelerate that for the sake of this video. So next one is now the guaranteed egg. It's on the 15th egg. I know that's sometimes a question if it's on the 15th or the 16th. It is the 15th egg, so this one will be guaranteed to give us the new Starspawn, and here it is. You have obtained new formula unlocked, it said, and this guy's actually looking kind of cool. He's not looking like some weird hybrid out of the other two, he's really looking like a new Starspawn. And you can see all those formulas here. If you don't have it unlocked yet, you won't see those patterns that you have to follow. There are some graphics on the Discord, and obviously in this video now you can see them all. So if you want to check this out, you can see them in this video. Can you take a screenshot now, and you will have them all. And basically you combine two Starspawns and get the new one out of it. So we use this recipe here at the bottom with the forest and the priest Starspawn, and we got this new Starspawn, and this is the spirit of piety? Oh, I don't know what that word. Bloody English! And it's fixed HP, a percent HP, and damage reduction, which is pretty cool. And they basically work a little bit different than the other Starspawns in that it's not like it's the forest Starspawn, it's the forest and priest Starspawn in that sense. So if your hero is either a forest hero or a priest hero or both, it will get 30% more of those stats. So that is the way it works. And in that sense, we now have 6 new Starspawns that provide us with new stats. And now the next question is obviously, which ones of those are really meta? And that is something I want to talk with you guys about. One more system that you need to know before I can tell you which ones of those are meta is the new assess system. So if we now click on one of those Starspawn, we can click on this guy. This is the new Starspawn we just got. It's not upgraded at all. You can see it is under level 20, so it just grants us fixed HP at the moment. The other stats, as you know, with the regular Starspawns are unlocked once you hit level 20 and unlock the next level. And now you can see Star Destiny not yet assessed. What does that mean? Star Destiny not yet assessed. Well, basically, we can click on the star and it will tell us fixed HP times 100%, HP times 100%, damage reduction times 100%. So we get 100% of those stats, which is just the regular level. If we now click Assess, we come to Reroll window, and you can see those materials here. I'm not sure how they are called, some little heart-shaped cookies. You get them by sacrificing materials. And basically all those basic materials grant you 1 of those cookies, and the red and the orange one, the red one gives you 2, the orange one gives you 4. Keep in mind, you need those materials also for upgrading the Starspawns. So if you sacrifice them all for cookies, well, that's pretty bad. I prepared 22 so we can make some rerolls actually. If you have material and you are maybe a whale or something and you have a lot of material, I recommend you get like 1 roll at least on those to just get a basic buff, because the first roll you do, well, that is the minimum that you have here. So it can just get better. And later on, of course, you can get worse rolls and it all becomes a matter of RNG. And but with the first one, always only gets better. They have those little stars here, and those stars don't have a random color. They are the same color as the awakenings. So we have like E tier, we have D tier, C tier, B tier, and that is all I've seen. I've not seen a red star yet. I myself have only gotten a purple star. The probabilities, we don't know them yet, so they have not released that. But I didn't see any A, so... and I saw 1 B, so they seem to be rather rare. I myself got 2 purple ones, so 2 C tiers. So let's roll that. I prepared 22 so we can do some rerolls. First one, and as you can see, this is just better. But what does that mean now? Well, 109.6% means we get 109.6% of the HP stat. So if we got 100 HP with that left roll, we now get 109.6 HP. And the same for the other stats. So those are multiplicative percentages, and the higher they are, the better it is. So you can see it's also blue star, so we are still at E tier, pretty bad roll. We will take that. I don't want to waste any cookies. I won't use that Starspawn for quite a while. I like his stats, but he's nothing I will focus on. The 8% damage reduction for sure are nice though. But we have enough sources of HP in the game. So, now that you know that there are ways to heighten those stats, now we can talk about those new Starspawns and if they are good or if they aren't. In general, they provide the same stats as the ones they are fused from. So if we look at that, that is like a little bit the exception, because this one gives skill damage and this one gives holy damage. They provide parts of it, and sometimes it's a little bit different, but it's dark light here. We have 6% holy damage here, which is super bad. I can't tell you how bad 6% holy damage is. It's like other sources are like 30% or even higher. 6% is like absolutely nothing. We take that as a buff, but it's like it's no priority. 8% control immunity, on the other hand, is a pretty good stat. That can make a difference, but I would also put a little bit in the back. Dark light, obviously not even something that we focus on. Not really a whole lot of dark heroes or light heroes are played in the meta, and those which are played, which are like carry in some teams, they don't need holy damage or control immunity, doesn't matter at all. So this one, pretty bad, though quite a cute one. Next one, that is Fortress Warrior. We have block and armor. Which is it the same? That's crit damage reduction. That was crit damage reduction. Okay, well, they are similar. It's not like they are like a fusion of rows, but they are similar. It's like 2 defensive Starspawns make a defensive Starspawn. This one is great, actually. Like, block 18%, that's a huge stat. Armor 30%, that is also very nice. So, pretty good defensive Starspawn if you want to go for that. In general, and it's a little bit like the start of Starspawns, we go for the offensive ones first and then for the utility ones. So, while this is like one of the best defensive Starspawns in the game, I would say, it will not have priority. So, next one, this one is insane. Like 6% all damage dealt, 18% precision. The precision is great to counter block. With precision, you not only have to keep in mind that you get a flat damage buff, you also counter the enemy's block. And a blocked hit does 30% less damage, so that in itself is a damage buff. This is for Transcendence and Ranger. Transcendence heroes obviously are the biggest part of the meta and relevant for Void campaigns, so everything that buffs Transcendence heroes even more is great. And we get a 30% buff on all damage dealt and precision here. So those are pretty huge stats for Transcendence Heroes. And obviously this is one of the best Starspawns that you can get and will be the one I focus on first. This guy is the one I focus on second. Control Immunity Offset. Another hero with Control Immunity Offset. And that is pretty great because Control Immunity Offset, that makes our Jara stronger. That makes our Jara CC more. All those enemies in Void Campaign have huge Control Immunity stats. So having something that counters that a bit is surely helpful. Beyond that, Jara is a mage, so she also gets the 30% extra buff, which means we have a second source for Control Immunity Offset aside from the mage Starspawn. So that is a pretty good one and will be the second one I focus on. Then we have this guy. This guy, I like him honestly, and he has a special role in the game now, I think, and will be a pretty relevant hero for optimizing Star Expedition damage. We have an armor break and a crit damage stat here. The crit damage stat is obviously just very nice damage. The armor break stat, however, is a second armor break stat. We have armor break on the Shadow Starspawn and we have armor break now on this Starspawn. And interesting enough, together they are if you have a good roll on them. You need, I think the baseline is not enough. I didn't calculate that, might be wrong here, but with good rolls on those Starspawns, you can get to 100% armor break with just having an armor break imprint on the hero and those two Starspawns. So 100% armor break will be possible for Star Expedition and will be very interesting, and you won't even need any star imprints for that, none of those co-stuff or anything to get 100% armor break. So that will be huge for SE damage, and just taking armor out of the equation is obviously very nice. So this one is also very interesting, though I would say the Transcendence one is still a little bit better. Getting a good roll here in the future might be very relevant though. And then we have the new one, the one that we just got, and this is this is just a huge source of HP. We get those 3.3 million HP, 10% HP buff, and then 8% damage reduction. And this is of course the best source for effective HP that we have in the game, though the other one that we looked at with block armor might be rather close. We have to calculate that again. Forest Priest. So Bessa gets huge buff. Interesting. So I think it's a good one. I think it's the same as I said to the Warrior one. It is a defensive Starspawn, and because of that, I think it will stay a little bit in the background for some time until we have the mats to upgrade it, and then it will be a decision between this Forest Priest one and the Fortress Warrior one, because both of those are pretty good. This one will obviously give you a huge boost for your CCL if you like that, but I think this is one of the later ones that we will upgrade. So in my opinion, the first one that we should go for is this one, Spirit of Crystal. Huge damage buff, even higher buff for Transcendence Heroes, so that is the most interesting one aside from the regular ones. There's obviously a comparison to be made between the regular ones and those guys here. And one thing I for myself decided is I will regress my Forest Starspawn. This guy will go. I don't need the HP buff. I don't really need the HP buff. I rather have damage, so I will swap this guy out and take one of the damage Starspawns instead. I will keep the Priest one because the heal effect is pretty nice, but the Forest one, that one has to go. And I will rather upgrade other Starspawns for that. I've already started that with this guy. One thing to keep in mind, our Starspawns here, or the base Starspawns, are maxed at level 140. Those guys are maxed at level 180. So if you see that, it's 180 out of 180. And this comes with some problems. Between 100 and 140, you use 5 red materials per stage. So you need 40 red materials to upgrade it from 100 to 140, and from 140 to 180 you need the orange material, and you need 40 of this, and this is double the amount that we used for the regular Starspawns. So it is more expensive to upgrade those. And one thing I don't like is if I regress my Forest Starspawn, for example, and I go ahead and it's 140 Starspawn. Where is it actually? Ran away! And it's 140 Starspawn, and I regress that one. I get 20 red materials, 20 orange materials. I can upgrade a new Starspawn to level 120, but then I can't go on because I lack 20 red materials. And that is something I really don't like, because you can't switch around between the new and the old ones. I would rather have them all at level 140 and be done with it. But I guess we get something for it, so it's nice. If you see, that's like 1.5 million HP buff, and on the new one we saw, let's check that out, 3.3 million. So it's a substantially larger HP buff here. So if you can upgrade, the new ones can be beneficial. Obviously at the later levels they take a lot of stardust to upgrade. If we check that out here, it's like 8,000 already, so that's rather insane. Now I want to go for a little bit of re-rolling actually. Some of my Starspawns still have pretty bad stats. This one is alright. And by the way, you can see that those stats here are refreshed once you get the upgrade, so this show the actual stats that you get. We have this one, skill damage. You can get like something like a 60% buff here. So this can be quite huge, though I don't like the skill damage one. It's such a low value. Percent attack. I think we are going to reroll the Abyss one a little bit. I want to get a higher attack value. I want to get something like 110%. So let's go for some rerolls. And you can see it also shows you which stats are worse, which stats are better. Both of those are worse, so they are red. If we reroll again, we see, okay, we lost fixed attack over 2%, which is red red. I don't want to do that. And now we have one that is better on both stats, so we can keep that. But you can see how fast you go through those cookies. That's so insane. Let's reroll again. And now we got 117% fixed attack, but we lose out on percent attack. And we lose like 3%. No, I think the percent attack is worth more. 125% percent attack, we take that, obviously. That is a nice boost, and now we get 11.3% attack here. Very nice. What stats does my whale have? My whale has crap stats. We want all damage dealt. All damage dealt is a stat we focus on here. And we want all damage dealt, again, I would say over 110%. Let's see if we can do that. All stats worse, pretty bad. That is a slight upgrade, I think. Yeah, that's alright. I think we can take that. It's 0.2% less all damage dealt. But good buffs on the other stats. So let's see if we can go better. That's 1% more, and we lose 1% fixed HP and 0.5. I think that's okay. That is pretty bad. 0.4, we lose 4.1% fixed attack. Okay, no. No, pretty bad. Pretty bad again. And now we have 111, 113, and okay, that's a lot better. But we didn't get quite the all damage dealt roll I would have hoped for. I think for now let's keep it at that. Let's go for one of the new Starspawns that I want to upgrade. Which ones do we go for? We have this one. Let's see. This one, and I want to go for this one, but this one already has 161% control immunity offset, so that is like really an insane roll. You can get better rolls though. Green stats are possible. We have 125 and 161, so I don't imagine I can go better here. But I think we are just going to go ahead and put the rest on this one. This has already a pretty nice roll with the all damage dealt, but it's still just golden stars, so we can go way higher than that. 120% precision, no, that's not it. Let's go ahead and reroll it again. That's blue star, we don't take that. That just has a high roll on the fixed attack. We obviously want all damage dealt and precision, no questions asked, definitely. That's the same, interesting, I didn't see that yet. Slight buff. Pretty bad again, and our last one, ooh, horrible. Confirm leaving, yes. So we didn't get a lot of good stuff. The problem is, this rerolling eats your materials. That eats your materials. So I wouldn't do what I just did. Well, I obviously did it, so, well, that's weird. But doesn't matter. So I would recommend you go ahead and you get like one roll on each if you can. And if you still need your materials, and if you didn't have all the base ones upgraded, I would maybe do it on one. I think a lot of people have some green materials left. And you don't need to have the new ones. You can use the green materials. And if you have some of those, get like 1, 2, 3 rolls or something on different Starspawns, one on each. And use the main Starspawns that you focus on. And then keep away from it and keep your materials. You don't want to burn through those materials. It is so unlikely that you get like a 160% high roll or something. If you get like 105%, 107%, be happy with that for now, and later on you can still upgrade your stuff. And once you have all those Starspawns maxed, you will have enough of those materials to get proper rolls. And this is the nice thing about this. Those rolls are going to be free in the future. We get eggs, every every egg where we get a duplicate, by the way, and you should use this to get more to breed your eggs. Every single egg that gives you duplicate also gives you one of those cookies for rerolls. It doesn't say that here, I think, but we can now go ahead and we can open like 3 eggs at the same time. I wouldn't go for the old stuff, some new material, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But putting like 3 eggs in here, if you have 3 eggs after like Star Expedition season or something like that, can obviously be done and is something that you can do. Just select 3 different approaches here, three different ways to, how are they called, patterns? No, integration formula, all formulas unlocked. I choose 3 different formulas and now I wait for 20 hours for them. And maybe I get a duplicate, then I get some more stuff. And some more rerolls, and if I get a reroll, obviously I use it. But I will keep myself and hold myself back a little bit, not use too many rerolls, and focus on upgrading the Starspawns to the next level or in the future now. And as I said, I would focus on the offensive Starspawns and later on the defensive Starspawns. So that is basically the takeaway from this video. I hope you had a little bit of fun with the rerolls at least, and now know how this works. And if you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments or in the Discord. We are currently collecting high rolls in my Discord. So if you got like a nice roll, something like this, for example, like a purple star at least, I said, not like the East tier star or the blue ones. If you got a nice roll, show it in the Discord. I'm eager to see them all. If you got the green one especially or something higher, I'm more than eager to see that. And I plan to show them off in a video in the future. If we get a good enough amount, if there are only like 2 or something, it's hard to make a video about it, but if we get some together, then that would be quite nice. So anyway, I wish you guys a great day, and we will see us in the next one.